guys, it's Jessie and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to a fun little get ready with me. I wanted to basically firstly just catch you guys up on my life. I talk about a lot of bits in here. I talk about kind of where I'm at with YouTube and makeup and stuff like that. I talk a little bit about mental health, just kind of all over the shop with just a bit of a life update really, as well as just like showing you guys, and I do talk you through the products most of the time. My kind of everyday uni makeup, which is this look here, just a classic like basic natural soft glam maybe, I don't know, I wouldn't call it that, but I guess you might describe it as that. But yeah, I really hope you guys do enjoy this video, and yeah, let's just get straight into it. Okay, so I don't know how good the lighting's gonna be, but I think we're just gonna go with it really, to be honest, because I know my window's behind me, but I need to actually be able to apply the makeup in the first place, so kind of need the desk space. I'm gonna try and remember to talk about all the products that I'm using, but we will see. So I'm starting out with the e.l.f. Flawless Brightening Concealer. I just use this one because I don't love the way it looks under my eyes. I just use it to prime my eyelids actually, because I don't use eyelid primer, you guys know that. But yeah, as I said before, this is basically just my kind of go-to makeup routine for uni. Again, sorry as well if you can hear background noise at any point. Obviously I'm on campus, so it is a little bit noisy, but hopefully it shouldn't be too bad. So yeah, there were a few things that I wanted to chat about. I don't really have any order in particular, so I guess I'll just start with kind of my feelings on makeup in general. So obviously over the past year I've been working kind of really hard on this channel, past 2 years actually, and I mean there was a point where I was uploading like 5 videos a week, where I was like really into all my panning and stuff. But then towards the end of last year, I'm going in with my Project Pan palette now, my Pan That palette. I'm going to use Precious and then these 3 shades here, and I might use one from my Miss Bliss to kind of warm it up a bit, and then I'll probably use a mix of these on the lid. I'm not too sure yet. But yeah, so I was really into my panning, and then towards the end of last year I just got quite unmotivated, to be honest. I think it really did happen. Firstly, it was over the kind of May, June, July period where I was traveling a lot, but then I do think I kind of, if I remember correctly, I did kind of pick up a bit on it in the summer. But then once I started back at uni, I really wasn't finding the kind of motivation, firstly to kind of do as kind of fun and colourful makeup looks as I was doing before, and then also to kind of just like update my projects and stuff, because last year I believe I was working on like 4 projects or so. So that's probably why this year you've seen a lot less from me. Firstly, I mean, I'm only doing 2 projects altogether. I spoke at the start of the year about potentially starting a pan as eyeshadows, but I just think I'm already struggling enough kind of getting in uses for my Pan That palette, so I just think that's so like unrealistic for me to actually expect myself to be able to kind of follow through on and actually have decent updates for, because there's one thing to actually, you know, do the project and kind of be working on the shadows, but it's a second thing to actually, you know, have interesting things to show you guys and interesting progress. And I don't want to be updating something that's just like kind of dull for you guys, you know what I mean, like with no progress and stuff, because that's not interesting and no one wants to watch that. So yeah, I've been kind of debating back and forth about kind of what to do about my channel, because I mean for a while I was considering maybe just to kind of not bin it off, but kind of like, I mean, abandon it, to be honest. But I really don't want to do that, because I do enjoy the makeup videos that I do make. Like I enjoy kind of getting a chance to chat about makeup, because obviously, as I said before, like no one really in my personal life likes makeup all that much. Same again, like it still applies here at uni, and I have a massive collection. Like I want to talk about it and stuff, and I don't want, you know, to just be sat there with like 60 blushes and no one to talk about them with. That's a bit sad. So I'm taking my NYX glitter primer, and then I'm going to go in with Gleam and probably Gilded on the outer corner. And I've started recently, I think in the past kind of week or so, to kind of get back into makeup a lot more than I was before, because for a while I like basically was not wearing any makeup whatsoever. There'd be like maybe 2 days a week where I wear makeup, and then I do it to kind of like go out, whereas now I've got back into the habit of kind of like wearing it every day and kind of enjoying doing it in the morning and like making time for it, which is really important to me, because obviously you guys know I love doing my makeup, and I've always said it's like a really fun time for me in the morning. It's kind of like, it's almost like a bit of kind of like mindfulness, like meditation, because I'm just like going through the same routine, and like I find it like so kind of like relaxing, peaceful. I like to listen to like an audiobook or a podcast or something. So yeah, I don't know if you can see, I've just blended those 2 together. I think it looks quite pretty. And recently I have been getting back into that, which I have been enjoying. And I definitely think that's kind of inspired me to kind of still keep on going with this channel, because obviously I don't want to bin it off or anything like that. So I think kind of what I'm personally going to try to do, and I think it's going to work best for me, is to kind of like bulk film stuff. So like film maybe like a get ready with me chatty video, and then film like 2 videos after that, so that I can have them all done on one day, and then it's just a case of kind of editing them, which I can do at any point really. Because what I'm struggling with at the moment, because obviously it's winter here, so firstly, I mean, the amount of daylight hours I get are little, because it gets dark around, I mean it's getting better, but there was a point where it get dark around like 4:30, and if I was in lectures starting at 9 and I'd say, you know, have 9 till 11, then I'd come back for lunch, then I'd like be at the library for like a good couple of hours, then it wouldn't really leave me much time to actually film with decent lighting, and makeup's not really something you can do with naff lighting. I don't have my ring light up here because it was like too heavy to bring out with me, and like too much basically, so it just wasn't really kind of working out for me. And then I'd have a day off, but then I just wouldn't for some reason feel motivated to really make any makeup content for some reason. I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. Halo Glow right now, my kind of, it's like glowy primer. So yeah, I was just feeling really unmotivated with it, and as I was barely wearing makeup, I wasn't making like any kind of progress on like projects and stuff like that, so that was also kind of working as like a negative cycle. Like I didn't want to update a project, come on here and be like, yeah, I've used this twice this month, because no one really wants to see that. That's like not very, you know, entertaining to watch. So it was kind of just going in like a negative spiral, but I do think I'm out of that now. Like I said, I think I'm going to try and bulk film some stuff. So obviously I said at the start of the year that I wanted to do 1 video a week. I think, to be honest, that is the most reasonable for me. Like obviously there's some weeks at uni where I could probably do 2 or 3 videos, but I am firstly obviously in education full-time. I'm a student, I'm like a full-time student. Secondly, I'm like the most social that I've ever been this term, and one of my New Year's goals as well was to be more social, and I do think it's making my life a lot, kind of just making me a lot happier, to be honest. Thirdly as well, I feel like I've got a lot on my plate, so like some weeks if I'm say at home for a week, like which happens like once every couple of months, or if I just had a week where I didn't have too much, I could do a lot then. But then other weeks I get so overwhelmed, I have so much stuff to do, and balancing the other channels as well has been very difficult for me. I still feel like I'm not like got a full grasp on it, which is obviously not the best, but I'm slowly starting to get there. So that's why I think that is going to be the best route for me, just once a week with kind of some more bulk filming, because then it also allows me to be more consistent, which is something that I really want, because it really stresses me out when I like miss uploads and stuff, and I know I've been doing that more recently. I'm going in with the Morphe Hint Hint Skin Tint. This is from Morphe 2. This is just in the shade Hint of Marshmallow. I just use this every day. It's a really nice kind of lightish coverage foundation. So yeah, that's kind of my opinions on makeup and my channel right now. There were also a couple things I also want to talk about, and that is going to be my kind of low buy for 2023. I mean, for the past, I'd say 7-8 months, I haven't been into collecting makeup the way that I was in, I'd say, 2021. Because 2021 I bought so much makeup. It was the first time I had like a job and like a paycheck, and I wasn't paying rent or anything, and I just spent basically all my money on makeup. I brought so much makeup into my collection at that point, and that was when I was like super into like experimenting with colour, like doing more kind of fun experimental looks and stuff like that. Obviously I still like doing that, but just like there's not really the opportunity for me to do that now. I'm like not going to go to a lecture with like a bright green eyeshadow look. It's just not really the vibe. So I was bringing loads and loads of makeup in, and then since probably about 7 months or so, I just haven't really had the kind of urge to kind of bulk buy, or not bulk buy, just like buy tons and tons of makeup in general. I think the only makeup products I bought in that time were, I bought a set of blushes on TikTok shop, so I've got a lot of blush now, I can't lie. I bought a set of those because it was like £11 for 6 or something like that, so something ridiculously cheap. And then I bought this, which I really enjoyed. I got this with like Boots points. This is my e.l.f. Halo Glow liquid filter, and then in the same shop I bought the e.l.f. Micro Refine setting mist, which I absolutely adore. So they're literally the only products that I've bought recently. I'm really just like not into buying makeup in the same way that I was before. I'm going to go in now with some powder. I've got the Trigger Rub Powder Puff, which I do use. Beauty Bay sent this to me by accident. Like I'd ordered, I can't remember, I think I'd ordered a replacement of something. Like I think it was my eyeshadow base, like my glitter primer, and they sent me that instead, and then were like, oh, you can keep it, we'll give you a refund. And I was like, cool. So I'm not too sure how well it works, but I mean, I use it to powder my under eyes every day. And I've also stopped using concealer. I just feel like for me personally, it just looks way too heavy underneath my eyes, and I don't really need it. Like, I don't have big eye bags, and luckily, touch wood, at the moment my skin's pretty clear. So I've kind of, unless I'm going out for the night, kind of just stopped feeling the urge to use concealer, and I've kind of stopped using it, which has been interesting. But it also does make my makeup a little bit lighter, and that's definitely what I've been doing more. I feel like I've definitely been more into light, natural makeup. Like, I very rarely, like during the day, wear a shimmer on the lid, which is not like me at all. I used to literally not go out without a like full eye look done, which was so crazy. I mean, obviously it's fun to do, but it's crazy to see how much my makeup taste has changed. I think also it's just like time. Like, I'm really tired at the moment. I'm really kind of struggling with tiredness. Definitely, that's something I actually have been to the doctor about. I've got blood tests on Saturday, but I've always kind of been a very like sleepy person. I feel like I've always felt that like at any point I can fall asleep really, and I've been kind of like very much a napper. Like, I'll take a 20-minute nap a day usually, but in the past kind of like 3 or 4 months I've just felt so like exhausted all the time. And I mean, I think it's probably because I'm iron deficient, but obviously we're getting the blood tests to see and make sure it's nothing serious. But basically, yeah, I'll just sleep for 8 hours a night, and then by like 11 AM, if I've woken up at 8, I'm tired, and then it will get to like 3 o'clock and I'll like barely be able to stay awake, and I won't be able to concentrate. So I'll either need to have an energy drink or I'll have to have a nap. By the way, that was just the Tower 28 blush in Magic Hour. Now I'm going to set my face with the Revolution translucent baking powder, and I'll need like a nap to kind of get through the day. And then, I mean, it got to a point where I was actually struggling to wake up from my naps. I could sleep for like an hour and a half in the afternoon, and then I'd struggle to wake up and still fall asleep straight away. Kind of came for me to go to bed. That was also adding to it, I think, because I was so tired and like mentally drained from the uni work I was doing, and then also just kind of trying to get enough sleep so I'd actually have the energy to do stuff without kind of relying on energy drinks, because I'm not a coffee drinker, but I've obviously become an energy drink drinker since being at uni, because I literally cannot function in the library at night without it. So yeah, I think that's probably also added to the fact of why I've not been uploading as frequently. I tried to check my face is all set. Now I'm going to go in, I've been doing a bit rogue, I've been going blush then bronzer because I think it looks quite nice. I'm going to go in with my Peach Bellini palette, and I'm going to go in I think with this shade Life's a Peach, this one in the middle at the bottom here. And then finally, I did also want to kind of touch on mental health. I know this is obviously a touchy subject, so obviously don't feel pressured to listen, but I've always been someone who's had pretty decent mental health. Like, I've never struggled with anything. Well, that's not quite true, but like, I've never struggled with anxiety or depression or anything like that up until, I mean, I wasn't diagnosed, so I won't kind of make any claims, but I think I didn't realise this until I came back to uni after Christmas, because it had just become normal to me. But looking back in kind of December of last year, I was firstly barely posting on this channel. I was barely posting on YouTube because I was just so overwhelmed with uni work. I was kind of like behind on a lot of stuff, and I had 3 essays to do, and then like I would barely just leave my room. I had kind of no motivation to literally do anything, barely even get out of bed. I literally was not seeing my friends at all. I really wasn't thriving, to say the least. Like, my room had got so messy, so I had absolutely no kind of desire to clean it or keep up with it or anything like that. The only issue is doing my makeup here is that I can't like properly see it like in the daylight. But yeah, I had like basically no motivation to kind of do anything, and all of my energy that I did have was kind of trying to get back to doing my schoolwork and stuff, and I was really just not happy really, which is so weird for me because that's literally never happened to me before. I don't know what triggered it. It could have been like seasonal, because obviously it was cold, it was dark, I wasn't really going outside, but whatever it was, it made it quite hard for me to kind of want to do anything like YouTube or stuff like that. And so I think this time I'm really focusing on kind of my mental health a lot more, so I'm not going to kind of force myself to do any videos. Oh, by the way, that was the SoFix Revolution Glow highlighter. Now I'm going to do my brows just with some eyeshadow and then the e.l.f. Wow Brow. So yeah, this time I really want to kind of focus on things that like help my mental health, so I'm not going to be filming unless I feel inspired, because part of the issue I think was that I was forcing myself to do a lot of stuff, and I'm just really not someone who can like force myself to do things I don't want to. Like, it just doesn't work for me. So this term I'm just gonna focus on doing things when I feel inspired to, doing things that make me happy, focusing on kind of balance. Definitely gonna try and firstly like improve my time management with my uni work. That's a whole different kind of worms, but like balancing my social side with kind of other things that make me happy, because YouTube does make me feel super fulfilled, but I do just think I put way too much pressure on myself. Like, I feel like I treat it too much like a requirement rather than something that's like a fun hobby, because it's not my job. I don't rely on it. Like, if I didn't have it, obviously I'd be sad, but like I wouldn't be in financial trouble or anything. So it's not like I need 3 videos a week and like they all need to get like at least 500 views. Like, it's not like that. And I can just have fun with it, and that's what I want to do. So that's kind of why I might be seen to be taking a step back, or might be a bit inconsistent with this channel going forward. I'm obviously trying to do once a week, but I don't know what's gonna happen. But you know, that's why I'm gonna try, as I mentioned before, to do kind of my bulk filming when I feel inspired and stuff. So last night I was like, you know what, I really want to kind of sit down, do a chatty get ready with me, and then film some videos. So that's literally what I'm doing this morning, and hopefully it will go well. And yeah, pretty much that is just where I'm at, just mentally with this channel, stuff like that. I always find that my makeup like above my eyebrows always just goes like kind of patchy for some reason. I like have not got a clue why that is, but it's very bothersome. I always struggle with my eyebrows. I don't think they ever like look all that nice, but it's fine. We're gonna make it work. We're just gonna roll with it because it doesn't really matter. I think that's pretty much all I had to chat about. I feel like I've gone on like a non-stop for a while, so I'm probably gonna just finish up my makeup off camera, and then I'll kind of catch up with you at the end. I mean, there's plenty more stuff I could talk to you about. I think I might do another get ready with me in a month or so, just chatting about my future plans, because I'm moving country this year, which is very exciting for my second year of uni, and also I've got lots of travel plans coming up, which is very exciting. And that's also something that will kind of probably lead to a bit of a disruption of this channel, and that's why I don't want to commit to too many videos, because if I'm traveling I really don't have any like very much makeup with me, so I can't kind of make the same content that I would want to. I'm a bit limited, but yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at. I'm going to now do my mascara and finish up my eyes, and also put on some lip gloss, and I'll catch up with you in a little bit. Hey guys, so welcome back. This is the final look. I hope you guys did enjoy this video, seeing me kind of just do my everyday uni makeup routine, whilst I just kind of chatted about my life, really gave you guys some updates on where I'm at and kind of what I'm thinking makeup wise for this channel. But yeah, I really hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, don't forget to give it a like down below, hit subscribe, turn the bell to join our little club, make sure you turn on all notifications, then you'll be notified every single time I post a new video. And if you want to watch my other videos, there'll be 2 on the screen now to pick from, as well as a load linked up in the cards from earlier. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.